Hi, I'm Adele and we're going to be going through some waxing. We're going to start on our leg today. I'm just going to show you a basic pattern of what you need to do. There's a couple of things that you need to remember with waxing. We have hot wax and we have strip wax. Today on our leg, we're going to be using strip wax. So strip wax is used on areas of your body that have vellus hair. So vellus hair is your softer, finer hair, which you can find on your legs, on your arms, and on your torso. And hot wax we use on areas of the body that has terminal hair. So terminal hair is that thicker hair. You find it on your underarms, your eyebrows, and your upper lip. I've sanitized my hands and I'm about to grab some cotton wool and our pre-wax skin cleanser, and I'm going to cleanse my client's leg. I'm also going to take some talcum powder and I'm just going to pop that over the leg too, just to soak up any oils she might have on her skin. I've got my wax roller. When we're using strip wax, you always apply the wax with the direction of the hair growth. So we're going to work our way down the leg. Jen, does that heat feel okay for you?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not very
You're going to grab your strip, start at that top. Now you need to remember when you're pulling this strip off, we're not coming up. We need to make sure we pull in it and we're pulling it forward. A little bit of pressure and off. So I've used one strip for that entire area. You want to use this until it gets a little bit too clogged that it's not sticking to the wax, and you'll be able to feel that as you go along. So we've done this bottom portion of the leg. Now we're going to work up to this section here. And we're just stopping as that leg kind of curves around, because then we can turn our client over and work on the back of their leg. So again, I'm rolling my roller down. Grabbing my strip. And I'm going to pull forward and away. Great, that's the front of the leg done. So again, we've applied the wax with the growth of the hair and we've removed it against the growth of the hair. Now I'm going to turn my client over and we'll work on the back of the leg, and I'm just going to repeat the exact same technique on the lower leg. If your client's having a full leg wax, we would probably take the wax to about here, and we're doing the exact same pattern. We're applying it downwards and we're removing it away. So now that we've done our client's leg, we're going to go through an half arm waxing. Just a reminder, we're going to cleanse the skin before we start with our pre-wax cleanser. Once we've finished, we're going to go through with a skin smoothing, and that will just stop any redness or any irritation after the waxing procedure. Now, I've already cleansed my client's skin and I've already talked her arm as well. So we're just going to get on with the waxing. Again, we're working on a body part that has vellus hair, so we're going to use our strip wax again. I've got my waxing roller. A little bit of pressure, pulling that skin up and away. Beautiful. Now we'll work on the inside of the arm. I'm going to hold that skin underneath, up and away. I'm going to lay my client's arm across her, and we're just going to do this portion. We're just going to connect the top and the underneath that we've just done. Just going to fold over what I've used. Bring your client's arm flat. I'm going to hold underneath. Beautiful. When that's done, you have the option of doing your client's top of their hands. Exact same thing. Apply it down or remove it away. My client doesn't have much hair here, so we're going to leave that out for her, but you can always do that for your client. I'm going to apply some of our soothing lotion, and then we're done. Now we're going to be working on my client's underarms. So now we're going to be using hot wax. So hot wax is really different to strip wax. We need to apply the wax up against the growth of the hair. So if you look at your underarms, usually you have the bottom half that grows up, so we're going to apply that down. And we have the top half. Sometimes it can grow in, sometimes it can grow up. So you're going to want to have a look at your client's underarms, determine the direction of the growth, and make sure that we apply it against the hair growth. Another really important tip is we can never put this popsicle into the wax onto our client's skin. It cannot go back into the wax pot. So I've got a little pile of tissues. Once I've done, I'm going to wrap this up, and then I'm going to use the other end. It's a really, really important part of waxing. It's really, really unhygienic, and we need to make sure it never happens. If it does happen, all of the wax that's in this pot has to be discarded. It must go in the bin. All right, I have cleansed my client's skin with our pre-treatment solution. I've used my talcum powder to dry out the skin. So now we're going to go ahead and do our first section. So I'm just going to take a small amount of wax. I'm going to clean the back of it. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to come in, and I'm going to come up against the hair growth. So I'm making a small circle, and then we're going to let that dry. Always keep your tweezers handy. I'm going to use the back of my tweezer to just lift up the corner before I remove the wax. So I've created a small lip. I'm going to come in, I'm going to pull my client's skin, grab the end and pull away. I'm going to do the top section. Again, I'm making a nice circle, keeping my edges nice and clean. So this is done now. While that top section's drying, I might just use my tweezers and collect any little smaller hairs that were too short to be waxed from the first section. I'm actually using any pad. Again, I'm going to lift up my corner, I'm going to pull this skin away, and I'm going to pull down. Now, with the middle portion of the underarm, the hairs can kind of grow in all different directions. So when you apply your wax, I like to make an 8 shape. So you kind of collect all the hairs in all the different directions. Take my tissue. So I've lifted up my lip, I'm going to pull that skin and away. And that's done. I'm going to apply some soothing lotion and we're all done with the underarms. Per section, if you've gone over it once and there's some hairs behind, you can wax each section twice, but no more than that, as it can be quite irritating on the skin. So now we're going to do our client's upper lip. Again, I've cleansed my client's skin with our pre-waxing lotion, and I've popped a little bit of talcum powder as well, again just to soak up any oils or anything that could be on the skin. And after our waxing, we're going to use our post-waxing treatment cream. So I've got my small waxing stick. And again, it's hot wax, so we're going to just pull that skin a little bit tight and we're going to work up against. That's our first section. And we're going to come in on the other side. Leaving that middle section free, we'll do that last. I'm going to use the back of the tweezers, pull the skin and just create a little lip through there. I'm going to pull that skin down, up and away. I'm doing the exact same thing on the other side. Create a small lip, pull the skin up and away. And do that middle section that we've missed out. Always covering the end of my waxing stick with some tissue paper. Back of the tweezers. Just going to look for any loose hairs that we might have missed, but this looks pretty good. Again, you really don't want to go over this section more than twice because the skin on your face is quite sensitive. I'm going to pop a little bit of our soothing lotion on and we're done.